talk about a hidden gem in the NBA. He has bounced around from contender to contender to contender. And that is Javon Carter, who spent last season with the Phoenix Suns and then the beginning of this season with the Nets. And he's now on the Milwaukee Bucks, where he's carved out a solid role. And you probably ask yourself, like, well, if he's so good, why do people keep trading him? And why does he keep ending up on contenders? It's like this mind-boggling thing. Well, he got picked up on waivers after he was cut from the Nets because I think it was part of, they were getting that Ben Simmons trade. But the Bucks wanted him because he's a tough, gritty defender. He's a solid passer. He does the right things. And in his minutes, he's shooting over 50% on three. Sure, it's only like 2-ish attempts per game, but he's doing what he needs to do when he's there, and he's providing good hustle. So that is our boy Javon Carter. I don't know what you got to say on him, but I just love this guy.
Oh, yeah. He's a typical NBA journeyman. He's not as good as DJ Augustine was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but his career is very comparable, where he's good enough to keep, but also good enough to be a trade chip. Or they drop him and stuff.
Yeah, like trade filler usually, or it's kind of like end of the rotation, but he'll get minutes.
Yeah, very efficient. From three, takes his minutes. He creates. So in limited time, he's like a third rotation player. He does everything they need. The Bucks are asking for. Really extends their depth, which is very important. Like, he does not look like a third string guy out there when the third string is.
Yeah, it keeps the guys, the starters, able to catch their breath while he's out there. He provides a good break for those dudes.
Oh yeah, and he's been beating actually George Hill out for some minutes in the recent games, and 30 different.
George Hill's washed.
Yeah, he is, but 30 different starting lineups this season for the Bucks, and he's been in a few of them, and he's shown that he's versatile. He can jump in without skipping a beat in most offense. He's a very smart player that he doesn't get said enough about, and I think the Bucks really found him. I think he's going to be a huge part to start off the playoffs. I don't know if he'll get that many more minutes because that's just how they go, but as we get deeper, I think we'll start to see him more, assuming he shines in the minutes he's given.
Yeah, I think situationally, you'll see him come in maybe on certain defensive matchups, or you just need a guy who can get a better pass off there. I definitely could see him and Drew being in there together every now and then. But if Drew's able to go, he's going to begin the bulk of the playoff minutes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are they facing... The Bucks are facing the Bulls, though, right? So I can see him getting some minutes in there. They're not a huge team. The only
they're facing the first one. Must be.
I think so.
I'll look it up here.
The third seed. But he's just been a great fit for them because they've dealt with a lot of injuries. The Bucks throughout. That's like I said, 30 different starting lineups. So injuries have been in and out, and he's been able to jump in, and they've kept their record without dropping, especially their guards have been in and out constantly. So
yeah, no doubt. He fills when he needs to do it, and he's not been a burner in terms of minutes, but I think his first game with the Bucks, he had 29 minutes, and he is averaging, I think, over 10 minutes. Looking it up here. With Milwaukee, he's had 17.7 minutes per game. So that's solid bench minutes. That's what you would expect out of your primary backup point guard.
Oh yeah, like I said, he's beating George Hill out for a lot of those because he's able to get in, and he's a huge effort player. I love that these players who are so close to getting out of the NBA. Well, not that he was so close, but he got dropped from a team, and that's never good. But they play, they have so much effort, chip on their shoulder, that whole deal.
Oh yeah, it's awesome to see the improvement.
Yeah.
After a guy gets cut, to see him go succeed with another team and be like, yeah, you guys probably wish you had me now.
Oh yeah, and he's only 26. He's not that.
Yeah, he's not even old. Not even old.
Certainly a great value to have, and I think he's gonna extend this the depth, and the Bucks are gonna probably end up in the finals again this year. They're my prediction out of the East.
Yeah, I think for me, it's either going to be the Bucks or the Nets that come out of the East.
It's crazy that we're talking about a 7th seed going to the finals.
Yeah, well, they're not a normal 7th seed.
No, they're not. They've had a lot of issues. They've had a very complicated season.
It's kind of like how North Carolina was an 8 seed in the March Madness tournament, yet they've always been a great college basketball team. They made it to the finals, and it was like, well, yeah, they still had the great recruits. They just didn't have as good of a regular season. But once they caught their stride, they got it going. And the Nets are catching their stride right now. Kyrie Irving just dominated in that Cleveland game. Kevin Durant is still the best player in the league, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
So you have those guys together. I would probably take them against most teams.
Yeah, playoffs is a huge star power is a major thing. So it matters more in the playoffs than it does anywhere else, obviously. So, but Javon Carter, great addition.
Yeah, Javon Carter, the next star of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe this video if you loved it, and give us a hateful comment if you did not like it, since they got rid of the dislike feature on YouTube.